Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I already recorded a couple of these, but I'm not really happy with any of them. This is the Dutchtown Bridge. This is where we put in today. Or, well, I guess we, me, you, whoever's watching this. It's the same place where I put in with my dad in the last camping video, but I figure it's been about a month or two. Everything looks a little bit different. It's a little more green. Water's up a lot more. In Cape, the water level's 29 degrees. I found out in Chaffee there's a water level meter. I didn't know about that before. And apparently at the Chaffee Bridge that we're going to be going underneath, it's going to be 24 feet right now, like as of today. Well, I guess about an hour ago when I checked it. And then the high today is 79 degrees. It was supposed to be partly cloudy. There ain't a whole, I mean, there's a couple, but man, there ain't a whole lot. It's hot. It don't feel like 79 degrees. Alright, I figured y'all would probably listen to me yap long enough. I think I told y'all what time it was. So, alright, I'm gonna paddle. So this is one of the old routes of the creek. When the water's high enough, I used to take breaks here because you can paddle right up into it. See if I can see anything. here we go. Squeeze through here. All right. And we're off. You know, I told my wife I was gonna like try to rush down here to see how fast. There's the I don't know if I told you guys, that's the old route of one of the creeks, or of Hubble Creek. Right there, I don't know if you can see it up there. That's the other side. There's like a dead part of the creek back over there. Alright. But anyways, yeah, I told my wife that I was gonna be rushing to try to get down here as fast as I can. And I've already done screwed around a couple times. Man, how are the mosquitoes out here? It's like 400 degrees. Alright. Here we go. Right, here's where I caught that drum in the last video, the camping one. And then you know what? I actually think the spot where I caught that carp is actually a little bit further down. I thought about trying to go up that ditch, but it looks like there's rocks blocking the culvert that the water goes through. So I'm gonna quit screwing around and try to go where I'm supposed to be going. I think I'll stop when we get up here to where if I can remember where it is that I caught the carp. Okay, we're not quite there yet, but I think it was right up here somewhere that I caught the carp. The channel should actually be right up here, I think. I'm thinking it was like right here in this little alcove that we're pointing at right now. It was like right up against the bank. And I know he dragged me a little ways back. Who knows, maybe I passed it. I'm pretty sure that right there is the channel. It looks like some bigger water. I just gotta hope that there aren't very many boats out to run me over. Ready for the water to go down. It's like it seemed like I spent a year wishing that the water would rise. Now, of course, I want it to go down, and I feel like I've been waiting for a long time. I'm drinking a root beer right now. Or well, was drinking a root beer right now. Once I start getting down to about the bottom of it, I start wondering what the real ratio is and how much of it is root beer and how much of it is channel water. Kind of reminds me of what was it? Was it Mark Twain? Was it Life? I think it was Life on the River. But it's a bunch of river boatmen, and they're going down the river, and they're telling stories, spinning yarns and whatnot. And they start joking about how the mud in the Mississippi River, that's what makes Missouri boys strong. And then one of them talks about how you actually have to keep a jar of Mississippi River mud underneath your cabinet next to your grease. That way, when the water starts getting too clear, you can add a tablespoon or two. That way you don't start lacking. But yeah. I know that's what that reminded me of. Checked out a bunch of river books from the library. I plan on going through. Alright, so yep, this up here is definitely the channel. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there is, it looks like snow. It is not. It's cottonwood, I think, fluffs. I think it was at one time, I don't know, maybe it still is, but I thought it was actually illegal to plant cottonwoods because, yeah, because they cotton all over the place. Is that what you call that? Cottoning? Because they drop their seeds all over the place. That would be, I guess, the more professional way of saying that, huh? But yeah. I wonder if this water's going to be moving at all. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be raging. Well, I mean, it doesn't ever really move super fast, it seems like, around here. If you want moving water, you got to go to the block hole. And then there ain't no way to get down. There ain't no way to get back up. You pretty much have to paddle. There ain't no easy ways out until Cape. Unless you want to try to drag out at a bridge somewhere. There's a monster carp right here. I'm trying not to get hit by any of them, because these are the carp I think that jump. They're right at the mouth of Whitewater Creek, right where it dumps into the channel. It is really bad right there. There's only been 2 times I kayaked that every other week for almost a year, and there was only like 2 times that they didn't launch out of the water at me. Alright, I think we might be safe, maybe. No, I think this is the highest that I've ever been at. Well, the highest. This is the highest that the water level has ever been while I've been out here. There's that, there's a ditch right up over here. I don't know where my finger's pointing, but anyways, it's up over there. And usually you have to climb up a hill to get right here, and it's flush right now. That point right there might actually be an island right now. It looks like it goes underwater right there. Alright. Push back onto the bad buttons. Anyway, here's the channel. Made it to the channel. Probably message my wife and let her know that I just got to the channel. Alright, I'll bring you guys back whenever I bring you guys back.